Welcome to my channel. My name is Luna Affinity and I'm an energy reader and channeler. Sit back, get cozy, and get ready for some readings. Hello everyone. How are you today? How's everyone doing? Hopefully well. I am ready to answer your yes or no questions if you guys have them. Hey Juan, that sounds good. Day donated for a mini reading. Okay, give me 1 second here while I don't update the donation list. All right, mark as read. I'll be right with you guys for your free questions. All right, so it looks like Day Ocean A made a donation, and then we also have Blooming Soul. So those are the two I have on the list right now. All right, let's start with Sarifa here. Sarifa says, I was wondering if A has any thoughts of reaching out to me. Sarifa wants to know if A has any thoughts of reaching out. Please show me a yes or a no. I have a yes for you, Sarifa. Oh, Sarifa donated? Oh, you know what? That's what it was. It was Sarifa, not Blooming Soul. I'm sorry, Sarifa. I got you. I'm going to type my questions for my BOGO since I'll be driving. That sounds good. All right, this is for Earth Angel. Does Michael want to marry me? Earth Angel says, does Michael want to marry me? Interesting. Earth Angel, it seems inconclusive. It seems like he hasn't made up his mind here. They're not giving me a yes or a no there. Lala Loopsy. Lala Loopsy says, will my ex reconcile intimately with me? I am getting a no, Lala. Did the Cancer care for me? Meg wants to know, did the Cancer care for me? All right, it looks like I'm also getting a no on that one. It's a small no, but it is a no. Hey, High Priestess, welcome in. How are you doing today? All right, Sarifa, I have question 1 and 2. Thank you. You're welcome, Earth Angel. Will the Aquarius ever break the ice and contact me? Will the Aquarius ever break the ice and contact me? High Priestess, that's a yes. That is a little baby yes, but that is a yes. Sarifa, I have the third part of your question. Thank you. Donations are open. Juan Tejeda, I'm not sure if you heard me earlier, but you're more than welcome to donate in regards to your finance questions. Once that comes through, I'll let you know. I'll take it. There you go. All right. I went ahead and threw the donations in the chat. I'm also going to throw them on the screen for a second. We have about 4 minutes left of the free list, and we will be moving on to donations as usual. Day, if you'd like to post your question, you're more than welcome to do that now, and we'll get started on you really shortly. For those of you who have not had the chance to ask a question yet, I'm doing free readings right now, free yes/no questions. So if you have one you'd like to ask, make sure you get that in soon, as the free list will close in about 3 minutes. Jennifer, I got your donation. Thank you. I have you down for a BOGO. Right now, there's 2 people ahead of you, okay? Will it be hard for me to get a job on LinkedIn this year? Will it be hard for Haley to get a job on LinkedIn this year? That looks like a yes, Haley. Is CDY and his mistress's relationship going to last? That was like an immediate yes, beautiful love. Let's ask again. Is CDY and his mistress's relationship going to last? Yes again. I am getting a yes for you, beautiful love. For those of you who are on the donation list, make sure you have your questions ready to go. I have Sarifa's questions. Day Oshanae is first. So Day, if you want to get your question posted, please do so now. We have about a minute left of the free list and we'll be moving on to donations. Day Oshanae, if you're here, please check in with me and post your question. All right, that is it for the free list. We are going to move on now to our donated viewers here. What is Janari's current feeling towards me? I thought about him recently after things left. Wait, after things went left, kinda, I guess. All right. Janari's feelings for Day, please. Janari's feelings for Day. Janari's feelings for Day. So he seems to be struggling between a relationship with you, a friendship with you, or nothing at all. Um, the Two of Cups to me signifies that he feels compatible with you in a lot of ways, and he feels an attraction to you, and that there has been thoughts about like a partnership or a relationship. But I also see here swirling around in his thoughts is like, what if we're just better off as friends? What if we're just better off as just like acquaintances and just like being cool with each other and not like not going that far with it? But then there's also this thing here with the Five of Swords, which is like, or do we just like defeat? Do we just call it defeat? Do we just call it and say, let's just go on in our separate ways? Like, I feel like for him, he's thinking multiple different things when it comes to you. And I think he hasn't really landed on what would be best, per se, for him. He's looking at you as the Queen of Wands and the Queen of Swords. So vibrant and intelligent, keen insight, feeling like you're fair and witty and confident, beautiful, attractive, mature, a good friend, someone who's well liked by everyone, kind, loyal, generous, someone who gets what they want. I don't know. I just feel like he looks at you with like all these amazing qualities. He thinks that you just are all around a really good person. We do have at the bottom of the deck here the Seven of Wands and the Tower. So I think that he feels like you have the power to destroy him, or you have the power to really hurt him. There could be some feelings of mistrust here, not able to trust or not able to feel like you guys have built something solid, and feeling as though, like, I don't know, it almost feels like here that things kind of just caught on fire before anything was really able to mature within this connection. It's like almost like things kind of stopped before they started, is kind of what I'm getting here. And I feel like maybe there were parts of you and parts of him that hid yourselves from one another. And maybe that's why the Seven of Swords is coming out. Maybe you guys kind of hid behind fear or had a wall up of some sort that made it hard for you guys to connect in a very organic kind of way. I got a donation on PayPal from someone with the initials FH. So if that's you, you can let me know, please. Dave, please let me know if you have any questions about that reading. If there's any other insight you'd like to give to me, I can see if maybe there's any other details I can pull from this for you. But if you feel like I answered your questions sufficiently, then just let me know. Do you think the outcome is just like for it to be done and there's no real answer yet? Yeah, that's what I'm getting, is that there's no real answer because he's still toying with the idea of a relationship with you. but he's also saying, hey, maybe we should just be friends instead. Oh, maybe we should just walk away. Like, I feel like he hasn't quite settled on what it is that he thinks would be best to serve your connection that you guys have. So if you're wanting to know, are you still in the running for a relationship, that's still on the table. There are other things he's also thinking about. He's pretty much just trying to put the pieces together to determine what would be best for where you guys are at and what's the highest potential he sees for the future of your connection. And is this something that you can come back from? I think is the question that he has swirling around in his mind. I'm glad that it resonated, Day. You're very welcome. All right, so next up we have Sarifa. Sarifa, I know that you said you're driving, but if you want to check in with me, just say hello or send me an emoji. Kind of here. Okay. Hopefully you can listen in. If not, just come back to it when you have a second. All right, Sarifa. Fabian, thank you so much for your donation. I will add you to the list, but just so you know, you have 2 people ahead of you, okay? All right. What are Azael's, or no, what has he been up to since she hasn't heard from him? She hasn't heard from him. What's been going on with him? What has he been doing? What has he been doing? So Sarifa, it seems like to me he has been exploring other romantic connections since you guys have last communicated. He could be talking to new people, or maybe even to the extent of going out on dates, honestly. I feel like he's here to serve what he wants. He's doing what he wants and living how he wants, and just kind of following what feels right to him in the moment. I think he's exploring options that he has available to him, and he is giving equal energy to that. So maybe possibly why it feels stagnant to you is because he is maybe communicating with other people. I just feel like for him, he's taking action, following his heart, dating, communicating with other people. I think he's involving himself. Now, that doesn't necessarily mean that he's gone past a first date or that he's even gone on a date. He could have just be having conversations with these people. But I do feel like he is seeing what else is out there and kind of sowing some wild oats. I feel like he's pretty much just doing what he wants, what feels good. Four of Wands here indicates that he's kind of just seeing what comes next. I don't think that he has a real plan right now. I do feel like a lot of his decisions that he's making is not based on, even though he's like following his heart and he's doing what he feels he wants to do, I think it still is based in logic. I think that if he's not going to pursue something if he doesn't see like it going anywhere or them being on the same page as him. But I feel like he's appreciating the recognition that he's getting. He likes the attention. I feel like he likes how it feels to feel flattered and wanted. And I think he's honestly just playing the field right now, to be completely honest. It feels like he likes when the ball is in his court. The Ten of Wands in reverse can indicate wanting to control the situation. So he likes feeling that this is his decision. And that he's calling the shots in his love life right now. He could even be communicating with people from his past, like an ex relationship. Honestly, I just think he's just kind of doing his own thing. He's just going where he feels guided and marching to the beat of his own drum, doing his own thing. He could also be occupied, like, because the Ten of Wands can talk about, like, feeling really stressed out. So this could also, or feeling overburdened. So this can also indicate that he is just doing other things where he feels like a lot of stress and pressure on him at the moment. So this could be like financially, job-wise, school, so on and so forth. He could be feeling like the pressures of having to get his act together or be investing and putting a lot of effort into these areas of his life that could be stressing him out. I think that he's being selective with who he chooses to spend his time, but I do feel that he's being social. Reef, did you have any questions about that? Okay. All right, so let's take a look at Eddie. Jennifer, I got your questions. Thank you. I'll be right with you. All right, met a guy named Eddie. It seems like there could be potential. Just wondering how he feels towards me. How does Eddie feel towards Zarifa? How does Eddie feel towards Zarifa? Well, Nine of Cups coming out first is definitely a good sign for sure. To me, it feels like he's saying your wish come true to him. that he feels like very happy with you or in your presence when he thinks about you or talks to you. He enjoys your company. I feel like he's saying to himself, this is going my way. Like he feels like things are working out for him since meeting you or since communicating with you. I feel like honestly he's been pretty honest with you. We have the Justice card, which indicates someone being very truthful and transparent. He has attraction for you. I feel like he probably thinks that you're one of like the most attractive people he's talked to. I do feel like he wants to continue this connection. Page of Cups indicates that he wants to continue conversation with you in a romantic manner. I feel like he's here to stay. I think it really all depends on what you do with this information, but he is absolutely what you think he is. He is stable, structured, protected, and a protector. He's ambitious, he's controlled, not controlling, but he is controlled, calm, cool, and collected. I feel like your gut is telling you the potential is here, but you're still hung up a little bit on the other situation, and that could cause issues with you and this person. He's coming through as the King of Pentacles and the Emperor, which is probably the most stable archetypes in the tarot world, to basically say that this person has a very good head on their shoulders and they're able to provide you with consistency. So Sarifa, you kind of have to figure out with yourself, like, what is keeping me with Azael. I don't know if I'm saying his name right. If Azael is like, what is his hold on me? What is this hold that he has? Am I just desiring him to want me the way I wanted him? Am I looking for validation? Am I looking for confirmation? Do I honestly think that he is a better person for me than Eddie is? Or is it just I'm trying to play out some kind of fantasy that I had in my mind? Or is this kind of like uncovering a deeper issue that you have where you can't trust something good and stable for you? These are just some questions to ask yourself because, you know, maybe you're more sexually attracted to Azael than Eddie, and maybe that's part of it. Maybe you're wanting to feel that fire and that desire. As I said once, I've said it many times before, the grass is greener where you water it. So if you're not feeling all the feels right now, it could just be because you feel safe with Eddie, and maybe it's kind of like a catch-22 because where it feels natural and familiar to you is in the chaos. However, where you should feel safe is with someone like Eddie, but that feels unsafe to you because you're so used to the familiar of the chaos. Do you know what I mean? So those are some things to just think to yourself. I feel like as far as when it comes to you, he has real feelings. I feel like he is not paying attention to anyone else. If you were to say to him, are you talking to anyone else? Or if you and I talked like more exclusively, would you be willing to just only date me? He'd say absolutely. I feel like he's rejecting any other options. So long as he feels you're on the same page, I don't think he wants to talk to anyone else. I really don't. I think that he thinks that you have the ability, if he lets you, to hurt him. I think that he is worried that you're not being fully open and honest with him the way that he is with you. So that is a concern for him. But I do feel like he is a good person, and I feel like your instincts are correct in that. Thank you, Sarifa, for your questions and your donation tonight. I appreciate it. Next up, we have Jennifer. Jennifer says, what does Spirit want me to know about Juan? He's been watching my stories lately. No communication ever since I left his company, and a general love for October. Okie dokie. Jennifer, thank you for checking in. Thanks a bunch. He's such an amusing guy. It's hard to believe I came across someone who's not here for a frivolous connection. His connection with you feels genuine. His intentions feel sincere. He's already stable on his own. I think he's just looking for someone by his side. Yeah, and like he's turnkey, girl. He is turnkey. He is ready to go. He does not need renovations or furnishings or anything. He is ready and set. And I definitely feel like if you're not feeling it, it's okay. But I still think be open to it. Be open to something sincere and something real. And believe that it can happen for you. Yeah, everyone is telling me that to finally with my heart. We had such a great time these past couple of days. So I'm looking forward to what's next too. I think it's great. Just go along with it and have fun, Sarifa. All right. Jennifer, what does Spirit want me to know about Juan? Interesting. He's been watching my wow, lots of reversals. I'm telling my decks aren't in reverse. I don't know why we're getting so many reversals. He's been watching my stories lately. No communication. Ever since I left his company. Well, so I feel as though that he's pretty bored with his life, Jennifer. I feel like he's not enthused. He is maybe a bit disappointed. He's working from a place of ego with the sun in reverse. It's making me feel like he has some unrealistic expectations. Maybe a dim-witted thought is that he assumed that if he watched your stories that would give you the urge to reach out to him. I think that he's used to maybe like people coming to him, and maybe he's not used to having to be the one to put himself out there. And Sometimes I feel like people like this need a taste of their own medicine, in all honesty. But I feel like, I don't know. You'll have to tell me, Jennifer, but I'm getting a lot of ego from this person. I'm getting that like things usually come really easy for him and he usually gets what he wants. And I think it's kind of like offensive that he would think that by just looking at your stories and knowing that you probably keep an eye on who watches your stuff, it makes me feel like a little bit, I don't know, put off by the fact that he thinks that all he has to do is look at your story and then he can have you running to him, which is really weird. Fabian, I have your question. Thank you so much. Alex, yes, absolutely, you can donate. So for him, I think he's just kind of bored, and I think that he's looking for a way to kind of reel you back in. I'd be a little bit nervous about that. Getting a lot of like water imagery. And so with that being said, even water here and here. And so like that's making me feel like he's trying to reel you in like a fish, you know, like he's trying to throw a cast out there and just see what gets caught. And you know, I don't know. I personally, this is like my issue with social media is that you can see who watches your stuff. Like I hate that so much. I literally hate it. I think that it can make it hard to let people go unless you flat out block people, you know, and maybe to you it's a little bit exciting that he's looking at your stuff and that he's curious. But I also feel like it could just be a manipulation tactic, and I just worry about that. I worry about that, like he's trying to put himself back into your thoughts and your energy. Um, you know, he could feel regretful that he's not in communication with you and maybe trying to find a way to insert himself back into your life. I will say though, I don't see him wanting to be the one to take action. I think he likes the idea of you chasing after him. This is probably a wound of his because typically a masculine energy wants to do the chasing, not the one being chased. And so he's leaning way more into his feminine energy than his masculine energy. I feel like this choice was intentional. We have the Queen of Cups. He looked at your story for a reason. He didn't just like not he didn't just like say, oh oops, like it just happened. I was scrolling through stories and hers just appeared. No, I think he's intentionally watching, and I think that you know that because he's looking at multiple slides. It's not like just one. It's like he's paying attention and keeping himself around in your energy for multiple stories. And I think that that's what it is. He wants you to come towards him, and he's just basically like, oh, I've got her wrapped around my finger. I know that if she sees me looking at her stories, she's going to wonder why. And then she's going to be thinking about me. And then she's probably going to hear from me. He's a good manifester, honestly, because he's doing a minimal amount of work and effort in getting what he believes to be what he wants. You know, whether or not you give that to him, you said you won't, that's up to you. But yeah, I think generally he's just trying to put himself back in your crosshairs. He's trying to put him back in your mind. Alex, I got your donation. Thank you. I'll update the donation list in just a second, guys. All right, Jennifer, we're going to do a general love for October for you. Give me 2 shakes. I've got to step out of the office really quickly. I'll be right back. Thank you, Alex. Alrighty, Roo. I'm back, guys. I'm back. All right, so general for October. And after Jennifer, I am going to update the list, but just so everyone knows where they are, after Jennifer, and I'm finishing up her last reading right now, I have Fabian, who left his question with me already. And then I have Alex, who just donated for a in-depth love. General love for October. Oh, look at that. Card's already popping out. General love for October. Lots of stores. Something's telling me something's coming in winter for you. Some love situations coming in winter. I don't think much is happening in October. I think it's pretty quiet. But I think that it's always like the quiet before the storm. And I mean that in the best way possible. I feel like something is kind of revving up in October for something to come after that. I don't think I see you moving on into any kind of relationships in October or anything. But I feel like in October, it's like something feels like it's brewing. Like something feels like it's, I don't know. I feel like you feel like kind of a change in the air around you in October. Let's see. Oh, okay. So remember when I said the calm before the storm, like something feels like it's gearing up to go and something's brewing or gaining momentum. That's exactly what this card means. We have Libra energy. Libra, double Libra energy, actually, which is interesting because Libra is in October. I think that, Jennifer, there's something here. Ten of Pentacles talks about like long-lasting relationships, ones that go the distance. And I don't know. What is the Spirit? What is this? What is this Ten of Pentacles? Something feels significant here. What is this Ten of Pentacles doing here, please? Eight of Pentacles. So Spirit is saying like you've really been putting in the work. You've been putting in some hard work into yourself, into what it is you want out of a relationship in your love life. The Spirit is saying like this is coming to pass. We have the culmination card here. So this indicates that everything you have been through is bringing you up until this point. So maybe something is climactic here. Maybe something is coming to a head. So Spirit, is this a person coming in for Jennifer? I am getting yes, Six of Pentacles. Someone here to give you what you give. So equal give and take, equal. Basically a very balanced connection. How will she meet this person? King of Pentacles. That is Taurus, Virgo Cap. Energy. How will she meet this person? I need a little more information. How will she meet this person? Queen of Cups. I'm almost feeling like you meet this person through someone else. Can she expect to meet this person before the end of the year? I don't think it's going to happen before the end of the year, but maybe like January, February, because I'm hearing winter. I also feel like with the Four of Pentacles, that's kind of spirit saying these are my secrets and I don't want her to know everything. Like I'm holding these close to chest and I'm not letting anyone have this information. So I feel like spirit's kind of saying like that's for me to know and y'all to find out later. I feel like she doesn't want you to know everything about this connection. So the main thing I can say, Jennifer, is I feel like someone's coming in for you. It feels like someone you meet through someone else. I feel like winter is important. I feel like in October, it feels like something's gaining momentum. I feel like this is something that you have earned over time through everything that you've been through. And yeah, I think that's what I'm getting here. And I think there's some details that you're just not supposed to know right now. There's another card for culmination there at the bottom of the deck. So I don't think it's coming in October, but I think that you feel some changes happening around that time. All right, Jennifer, thank you so much for your donation. Fabian, if you're here, if you want to just check in with me, say hi, hello, or drop an emoji in the chat, just so I know that you're here. Fabian, thank you for checking in with me. We're shuffling for you now. What's my person of interest MC's feelings for me at the moment? Currently in no communication. All right. What is Fabian's interest, MC's feelings at the moment, please? What are MC's feelings for Fabian? You're welcome, Jennifer. Thank you so much. So, Fabian, I feel like she is looking for her happy ending. And I think that she would like to maybe explore if that's something that can be done with you in particularly. I feel like she feels this disconnect from you. She feels that separation, and they are acknowledging here that the Hermit would be, no communication, things going quiet. Especially with these two things, it almost feels like, when someone says that they went dark, kind of like when something goes dark, it means that they just disappear. And so that would kind of acknowledge that no communication here. I do feel like she would like some type of amends to be made with you. The Judgment card talks about having clarity. So maybe, clarity in the sense of healing. So maybe in the sense of like wanting to clear the air with you. So wanting to make amends. So this could also be looking for forgiveness. This could also be looking for um, kind of her admitting her faults or you admitting your faults, or maybe if you guys haven't really had the chance to confess feelings or reveal your thoughts about one another to each other, maybe this would be that time where you guys find that common ground and have that moment of clarity between the two of you. I see here with the Strength and the Ace of Wands, this indicates someone feeling very passionate about you, feeling like you impact them in their life, that thoughts of you or just you in general have made an impact on them or have influenced their decisions or their way of thinking. I also feel like with the Strength and the Ace of Wands, this could indicate that they have an attraction for you as well. And then the 10 of Cups, which is signify kind of bring it back to what I had said in the beginning, is that she's looking for her happy ending. And I think that, you know, maybe she wants with you all is well that ends well. She wants things to work out. Maybe she just wants to be in better harmony with you, to feel like you guys are not at odds with one another, or you're not like, you know, continuing to be in no communication. I think ultimately her desire is to come back together with you and maybe talk about these things. So, Fabian, that is what I have for you. Let me know if you have any questions about that. Alex, you can post your question. You're welcome, Fabian. All right, Alex, what is to come in love with R? What is to come in love with R for Alex, please? What is to come in love with Alex? Fabian, I paid for another question. Alrighty. That sounds good, Fabian. I will be right with you after this, okay? What is to come in love with R? What is to come in love with R? To come in love with R. Ooh, I like the Lovers. What is to come in love with R? I'm getting relationship vibes, Alex. Like, are you guys in a relationship, or am I just tapping into future energy? Because I feel like you guys either are in a relationship or you will be. And I'm not sure what I'm tapping into right now. Fabian, I got your donation. Thank you. The lovers here makes me feel like major partner, major relationship, major romance. No contact. I feel like I'm tapping into future energy then, because I'm sensing like strong relationship stuff going on here. Um, Six of Swords indicates an easier future together. Hard work, but dedication here. I feel like this person feels kind of, I don't know, are they feeling devoted to you now, even through the absence? Is kind of what I'm hearing. This is interesting. It feels like something has changed within this connection, Alex. I think this person is realizing like how much they've missed you, or they are missing you. Wow, Six of Cups, exactly what I was picking up on. This person coming back around to reconcile or reunite with you. So we have the Five of Cups and the Eight of Cups, as well as the Three of Swords. So I feel like they're feeling the absence. They're feeling the pain of not being around you or not being near you. And I think they are having a hard time moving on and letting you go. I've noticed that there are some delays here in this connection. Things aren't happening as smoothly, efficiently, quickly as you would like. Fill in the blank there, whatever sounds right to you. But I feel like Spirit is saying it's just patience that's needed for this connection here. Again, you have free will to make your decisions, to decide whether or not this is someone you want to walk away from, or if you want to just wait it out and see what happens. I'm getting from Spirit, it's the wait and see approach, but ultimately this is your choice what you do with this information. I feel like this person is coming back around. Again, having a hard time letting you go here. Four of Pentacles. So I feel like they said, I've done life without her and I didn't like it. And I want to see what it's like to do life with her. So I'm getting like future relationship vibes from this. And I will say, I don't get that very often. So yeah, let me know if you have any questions. Fabian, if you, never mind, you already posted your question. I got it. Thank you. You want to know if he'll contact you soon? All right, let's see. All right, Spirit, when can she expect to hear from him, please? When can she expect to hear from him again? All right. Interesting. When can she expect to hear from him? Okay, so this is interesting. So we have immediately, and then we have January to February. So between now and February of next year, so like 6 months, between now and 6 months from now. The funny part that makes me laugh is I was like, okay, but is it now or is it later? And I got the sun, and the sun says it could happen in a day, it could happen in a year, but regardless, success is guaranteed. So Spirit is saying that there's actually no timing on this. It could literally happen anytime, but just know that the outcome is the one that you'll want. So, however we're supposed to interpret that is what I'm getting for you. Very interesting. All right. Thank you, Alex, for your question. Fabian says, what can I expect now to the end of the year? You're welcome, Alex. Fabian, if you want to check in with me and let me know you're here, feel free to do so. What can I expect now to the end of the year? Fabian wants to know, what can he expect between now and the end of the year? M wins. I got your donation. Thank you so much. You will be next, okay? M wins. I'll be right with you. You'll be next. What can Fabian expect now to the end of the year? Okay, so the center of the reading is returning to one's root. This could indicate that you are going somewhere that's familiar to you. If you don't live at home anymore, this could be visiting your home that you grew up in, or going to a place that feels nostalgic to you, or something, doing something or going somewhere that maybe you did when you were a child or when you were younger that makes you feel kind of like you're in that time again, returning to your roots. This could also be someone coming back into your life from the past as well. Could this be a romantic person coming back from the past? I am getting a yes. Friend or romantic partner coming through here. The Tower. Spirit, can you please clarify what the Tower is here for? If you'd like to post your question, you can. It looks like with the Tower here, you're kind of restructuring how you view or what you're passionate about. Maybe between now before the end of the year, you completely determine if you want to move forward into following something that makes you excited or that is your true passion. This could cause a whole shakeup or a change in your life, because maybe what you're currently doing as a career or a hobby is something that you kind of find yourself thinking, maybe this isn't what I want to do with my life forever. And so you're just trying to figure out your life purpose. I do feel like this coincides though with your need to have stability in your life, your need to find a way to make a stable, consistent income. I feel like for you feel like there's like this innate part of you that desires to be the provider and to be able to give back to those that you love and care about, that you take care of. And so there is like this feeling of like sacrificing your passion for providing stability. And so you might struggle with that a little bit between now and the end of the year. I do feel like there's some things that you will be distracting yourself between now and the end of the year. Hopefully that's with some type of new passion of yours, or figuring out what really makes you excited. Eight of Swords indicates escape and freedom or release. So taking control of your life, not just sitting on the sidelines, and making sure that how you want your life to go is how you make it happen. Um, let's see. I do feel like kind of like a change up or a shake up. And I do feel you being recognized for the accomplishments in your life as well. Um, you have Ace of Wands again at the bottom of the deck here. So between now and the end of the year, there's a lot of stuff here in regards to like what you're passionate about, what you're excited about. At the bottom of the deck, we do have the Lovers. So the Lovers talks about us feeling like we have a choice to make in our love life, a decision to make in our love life. This could also indicate your desire for having a strong romantic relationship with someone and trying to determine if this is something that will happen with them. So Fabian, that is what I've got for you. Thank you for your donation. We are moving on to Unwin's reading. What are Jay's current thoughts and energy on the dynamic of our friendship? What are Jay's current thoughts and energy of the dynamic of M's friendship? What are Jay's current thoughts and energy on the dynamic of their friendship? I'm going to pull more cards for you, but I just wanted to start with this for now, just to kind of see. All right, so as far as the dynamic of the friendship, they like it. They like how things are going. They feel energized by you. I feel like they feel like there is some type of like excitement or spark or enthusiasm to your friendship, and that makes them feel good. I think that they feel as well that this feeling is also mutual. So they feel like it's an equal partnership or mutually beneficial relationship between the two of you, meaning that like you're not putting too much in, they're not putting too much in. You guys are just vibing and it's going really well. I do feel like this person feels like there's a lot more to discover about your connection and your relationship with one another. Um, well, that's not. I feel like they feel like there's still a lot more that could happen here, essentially. That there's a lot more growth to be had. I feel like they enjoy maybe conversations with you. What is this? Conversations. They feel like you have a bit of a healing presence. So I'm not sure if you guys communicate about like deep topics or struggles or what this is, but I feel like they can confide in you as well. And maybe you offer good advice or a good perspective that makes them feel like better about their situation. I'm getting also a little bit of humor, like joking around and saying funny things. Um, Now, I don't know if you're looking, I want to say this. I feel like it is very friendship right now. I don't know if it would ever get past that. So if Jay is like someone who you could perceive to be like, oh, maybe it's something more than friends. Like, I don't even know if that's even on the table as an option. But for right now, I'm not really seeing that. I'm seeing it's definitely more of that banter, going back and forth, being able to communicate with each other or catch up on, daily events, current events, maybe even to the point of a friendship where you guys could be like sending memes to one another, TikTok videos that you find relatable, just essentially sharing things with one another. I feel like this person feels like your relationship could take on different shapes, but right now it feels very platonic. Um, let's see. There is something here about Two of Wands making decisions, also having choices here. So maybe if that doesn't resonate now, it will at some point. But they need to make a decision between two or more things. I feel like overall, this person just likes hanging out with you, likes being around you, spending time with you. They feel like you offer a good energy and that you have like interesting things to say. And overall, I just feel like they really just enjoy being around you and they would like to continue that. Oh, I see. Have feelings for one another, but we're not in a place together. That could be why I'm not seeing that. That's interesting. That could be because I was like, I feel like he's interested in exploring the potential of this connection, but I'm not getting that it's there right now. So that would make sense. He's been checking in while I'm grieving. Wow. Okay. I actually didn't know how to bring this card up because everything seemed so positive that I was a little bit confused. So maybe you've been leaning on him for support. So Five of Cups literally means loss. Hopefully you can see that here in the camera. And they have like some information, but we have the Scorpio energy, which is kind of like where you go deep and you kind of need to like process your deep emotions, and maybe even like voice them out loud once you feel like you've gotten to that point. But Five of Cups literally means grieving. So that it literally has the word grief right here. So that's actually really interesting. Maybe he feels like he wants to kind of pull you out of the sadness. But I'm so glad that that resonated for you. Thank you for the donation. All right, guys. So that was it for my list. Let me just double check and make sure nothing else has come through. Yeah, that was it for the list. So I am going to leave it here, but I'll be back later tonight. And then we can pick this up if anybody else. You're welcome, Em. If anybody else wants to get readings later on tonight, then I'll be back and I will see you guys then. Hope y'all have a wonderful rest of your night if I don't see you.